All right, we're working out of my garage today. We got another project for the S2000. This time we're installing some hood vents from Trackspec Motorsports. So the idea behind wanting to install these on my car is it's gonna help with heat extraction, and we have some events coming up like Grid Life Midwest, which are gonna be really, really hot, so I don't want the car to have any issues overheating. It's also going to give me a bit more front downforce, which, as you can tell, I've got a huge rear wing on this car, so obviously I could use a little bit of balance in the front with some more downforce, so I think this is going to be a great mod. So we're going to go ahead and start measuring out the hood and figure out where exactly these vents need to go. I think there's a template that comes with this kit, so I'm going to get that all mocked up, and then after that we're going to start cutting. Start out by putting some painter's tape down approximately in the center of your hood, and then use a tape measure to mark off the center points, and then draw a line that connects them so you have a reference for the center line of the hood. This is the point in the installation where I kind of deviated from the instructions. They suggest that you should use the contour of the front of the hood and go off of that. However, that seemed a bit complicated, so I chose to use the windshield wiper squirters instead, and that way I knew my lines were absolutely straight. Once I got the top line figured out, I went ahead and took a measurement from the bottom of the hood and got a measurement there. It was about 18.5 inches, and I put my second line of tape down to mark the bottom point of where I want the vents to go. So now I'm pretty much at the point where I'm gonna use the templates and go ahead and tape them down to the hood so I can start drilling. All right, there's no denying it. I took my sweet ass time getting all this blue tape on the car, and it's kind of funny because after spending that much time, all I've got is a couple pieces of blue tape left. I removed the other stuff just to kind of see how it's gonna look, but I'm getting really excited now to see these hood vents when they're installed, and I think it's gonna turn out really sick, so I'm glad I took my time because you only get one chance to cut your hood, and I didn't want to screw it up. So I'm gonna get the rivet gun from work tomorrow, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish this project, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's day 2 of the hood louver install. I actually lost power at home. I don't have any electricity or lights, so I couldn't work from there, so I decided to come into the shop and keep things moving. So day 1 was all about prep. I got all the templates laid out on the S2000, and day 2 is gonna be all about cutting and getting these things installed. Let's start by removing all this heat shielding underneath the hood. Just getting this out of the way so that when we cut, we don't cut into it. I'm putting a tarp down so that I don't have to take my hood off just because I'm working by myself today. It'd probably be easier if you just went ahead and took the hood off, and honestly I might take it off later depending on how things go, but I'm gonna try it and just go ahead and cut with the hood on the car. All right, I'm gonna drill some holes in the corners of these templates here, and that's gonna help where my lines meet up, where my cuts meet up. It's gonna make the corners look a little bit nicer. All right, I got my cutoff wheel ready, and now I'm just gonna follow the lines on the template, and hopefully all the lines connect, and we'll see how it turns out. So after a lot of cutting, I got these panels of the hood out, just the top layer, and now we got to get all the bracing out as well. I'm kind of tempted to just leave it like this because it has a cool Mad Max look to it, but I think it's gonna look a lot better with the louvers installed. So I'm gonna get the cutting wheel set up again, and we're gonna get all this out, and we're gonna mock it up.
Oh, fuck.
Should we just flip it over on the car, or where should we put it? So I got the bracing cut from the underside of the hood, and it's looking really nice. I kind of cleaned up the edges a little bit, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I also took a little bit of extra bracing off the hood for potential weight savings. I'm not sure if it's going to be that much, but I just think it looks a lot cleaner like that. The good news is the louvers fit. I just mocked them up in the hood, and now you can kind of see how it's going to look when it's finished. So the next step in the instructions is to take an 1/8 inch drill bit like I have here and go ahead and start drilling out the holes where you're going to put your rivets. I got 4 rivets in each of the vents, so I know that they're gonna fit. Now I'm gonna remove all the blue tape underneath of it, and then I can drill the holes out for the remaining rivets. All right, the hood louvers are finally installed on the S2000. I really took my time with this project because I wanted it to turn out right, and you only get to cut your hood once, but I'm pleased that I took so long to do it because it turned out really good. And I also really like the positioning of where I got them on the hood. Let me know what you guys think about the black on my white S2000. Do you like the contrast, or do you think I should wrap them white and color match them? I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go, so I wanna hear from you guys what you think. I'm really excited to get this thing out on track now and see if I can feel a difference with the front end aero. It should help a little bit with that. It's also gonna help keep engine temperatures down, and I know it's gonna be hot this summer when I'm tracking the car, so that should be a really good thing. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this content, give me a like and hit that subscribe button so I can keep making more S2000 videos. All right, see you guys in the next one.